Okay, this is typically the point where Will says, hey, by the way, you guys need to have a chairman. And so I, having been the past chairman, would like to nominate Scott as the chairman.
I second that.
Okay, Rhonda?
I absolutely.
Okay, all in favor?
This is a theme, Bill.
Yes.
Well, welcome to the Crook County Compensation Committee meeting on May 2nd, 2025, 2020. No, that's not this year.
That's the minute.
That's the minutes, yeah. February 11th, 2026. First order of business, review and consider.
I'm sorry, can I just say one thing real
You
quick?
can.
So the agenda builder that we use now is a template. And I realized right before I came over here that we don't have public comment on here. So either you can do public comment at the beginning or at the end, but it's just not on here. I need
Okay.
to add it to the template. So just so we're clear on that.
If everyone's good, I will reserve public comment till the end.
You're the chair, you can do that.
Publics on the owl?
Yeah, is there anybody?
No,
Okay.
but we should still open it up just in
course.
case. Yeah.
Okay. So, first item of business.
Mhm.
Approve the May 2nd, 2025 meeting minutes. Everyone review the meeting minutes that were sent out yesterday, I believe.
I move approval.
A second.
Supposed to say all in favor. Or any comments?
Is that what we need to do? Can we see if there's any comments?
Are there any comments?
No.
I thought they were wonderful minutes.
Thank you for
In
answering.
short, yeah.
Thank you for your comments. Do you have a second to approve the minutes?
I thought I made the motion and
Mhm.
didn't
You
you second?
seconded it.
Well, then we wanted comments, and so I backed out my second and asked for.
Well, the comments come after the second.
Oh. Okay.
We need to give him a Robert's rule book.
I asked for one in our last meeting.
The county budget couldn't afford it.
All in favor?
Aye.
I,
Aye. Minutes approved. Item number 2. Recommendation to the county board. Oh, we're not gonna make the recommendation yet on the county board. We need to discuss the compensation for the elected officials.
Seems, as I recall, at the last meeting, we made pretty sweeping changes across the board. And I think the intention was for that to be in place and unless there were exceptions to that or if any difficulties appeared through that or any wrongs that needed to be righted or rights that needed to be wronged. So
I agree that we went through a long and arduous heavy lifting process to right size the various budget items that were out of line. And to me, what I see carrying forward to us today from that work is a properly aligned county elected paid official schedule. I would even carry that forward and ask our payroll expert here. Are we looking for these non-elected officials at pretty much what is the cost of living or COLA this year for the county?
So we will not know until end of May, beginning of June, the actual COLA. So it
Would we
can,
assume a range that it's something on or about 3.8-ish%?
well, I would like that. Last year it was 2.4. It can be up to 4%. But we won't know.
what was the presumption in the budget for the budget work so far?
Christina?
I believe it's 3% for the budget.
3%?
Where do you come up with 3.8?
That's a national guesstimate,
Okay.
not a state guesstimate. My other input would be, as we have for several years, and specifically for our duration, the three of us, the county will be facing, a lot of funding challenges. And I would hope that we would not get out of line in this adjustment with precluding us from facing or affecting us in a negative way, any of the other challenges that we're gonna be facing later in the year.
Have we received any feedback on the changes that we did implement last year?
I did not receive anything directly. Christina?
No.
No.
Good, bad, indifferent, nothing?
And people have opinions, but nothing that was directed towards, some kind of change.
Okay. Okay,
So if we were to follow what the county is assuming at 3%, would that put?
Bill, I can correct you, I apologize. It's 2.9% is what's been built into our assumptions.
Oh, okay,
Budget.
a 2.9. So like if we stayed in alignment with the 2.9 or 3%, do you feel that we run the risk of falling out with these positions and our?
These are elected positions, as opposed to non-elected positions. Folks ask and run for these positions, being fully aware whether it's this election cycle or future election cycles, what they're walking into. Um, And in that regard, I personally, just personal opinion, I don't think it's out of the line at all. And certainly, I think that the county in a lot of its non-elected positions faces unfriendly competition on an elected, a salary level,
on a competitive
on a
basis.
competitive basis, exactly, from jurisdictions outside the county. I don't think that pressure is germane to this table of positions.
I would agree with that statement.
So I've heard 2.9 and 3% as being estimates of what we may see in a couple months of the COLA, and I would surmise that estimate is probably not more than a tenth, or, at worst, outside the beta curve, a couple tenths off. So, like I said, we did the heavy lifting last year. I would propose that we arrive at a number that will be within a tenth or whatever of what the county COLA will end up being, and that we hunt this until the future year with that adjustment.
Just accepting what the county COLA is.
Well, can we do that? Can we just accept the county COLA and not assign a specific number to it now? Okay.
Without knowing exactly, because what we're doing is recommending to the commission.
Yeah. So I think it would be just to, well, is it maximum of 4%? Is that what you said?
I think that's the maximum we've received.
I think that's the
Yeah, the
maximum
highest.
that we can ever get. Yeah, it's 4%.
It is capped. I didn't realize COLA was capped, but, I would be comfortable accepting the cost of living adjustment up to a 4% increase.
Are you
If it comes-
stating that we would align it with whatever the county arrives at on the COLA, though, as our default
Correct.
recommendation?
Correct.
And
Up
whatever that
to
is.
4%.
So
I
whatever
don't know
it
that we
is.
even need to say that, if we just say,
Whatever the county cost
Yeah.
of the COLA is.
yeah.
Yeah, if we
So keep it
if we
simple.
put a number in there, everybody's gonna be looking at the high water number.
Scott said 4.
They missed the up to part. Yeah,
Everybody does. I would align with Bill. I think just,
yeah,
I would just have whoever's gonna make the motion, just say cost would be my preference. Keeps it simple and straightforward, and how can they argue with we want more than what our employees are getting?
for an
Hard
increase,
to make that,
yeah, the only, I think, room for conversation would be if any of the elected officials on an individual basis was underpaid, but I think we addressed all of that last year, so I don't know that there's anything that needs to be revisited, just to put it out on the table, but I think we're covered with the work that we did last year.
I think at some point in future years, as the duration of time goes on, it will, just as I assume many years ago, it probably was in alignment. Other counties will have an accelerated rate of increase for pay because of competitive reasons or whatever, and it may have to get addressed, but
Yeah.
1 year out, I agree, I don't think this needs addressing.
Yeah. Yeah. Rhonda, any thoughts?
No, I agree. I'd already asked her at the meeting about COLA, and so, yeah. So I agree.
This could be super easy.
Yeah, I love it.
Do we have a motion?
I have one comment, just to tangle it up a little bit and to try to be, as proper as we can. I have filed to, run for the county treasurer position. So this motion should, I would like to be able to recuse myself from the treasurer part of that. So it would be, the motion would be for all the positions except the treasurer, and that could be a separate motion that I didn't, that I
That
wouldn't.
you're not a part of?
Which maybe I shouldn't even be saying that, but I got kind of a catch 22, right? So,
Full disclosure, I mean, we can make it a blanket motion if you feel there's any compromise or there that we could do that. Leave the room, make a motion for all positions, the up treasurer.
Well,
Or I can just recuse myself from the
can you just
motion.
abstain from the motion and the vote?
Yep.
Because we have enough present to make the motion and vote
Yeah.
without
All
yours.
right, and that gives me cover to say, hey, I didn't vote on that.
I would make the motion that we accept when it's arrived at the county COLA adjustment as the increase for this slate of elected officials.
I'd second that. Comment? No comment? Vote? Aye.
I,
I
Abstain.
Okay. So our recommendation to the County Board of Commissioners and Budget Committee for compensation schedule for Crook County elected positions has been made.
don't we need to do a vote on the treasurer's?
No, we just
Okay.
made a slate full motion and election.
And he abstained.
And he
Okay.
abstained from that vote.
Okay.
Don't forget the public.
Oh, option, yes, number 3 on the agenda. Is there any public comment? I wrote it down, ignored my own note.
I don't have anyone online, Scott.
Okay. Since there is no public comment, I believe we can close this meeting. You have to make a motion to
Yeah.
close the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
I move we close this. Adjourn.
Vote.
Right?
I,
I
that was a record.